Hello, my name's Ian Thompson, and over the next few minutes I'm going to give you a book review on the CIPS study guide for study module L4M4. That's the Ethical and Responsible Sourcing module. It's a core module at level 4. You have to pass the exam on this module in order to get your diploma in procurement and supply. So what can I tell you that's positive and really good about this as a study guide? The first one is the same that I would give on the feedback to any CIPS study guide, and that is its structure. It has been designed and structured around the syllabus that CIPS provides, so that any part of the syllabus that you need to study for your exam, you can look up and find in this book. And that links to the second positive point, and that is the coverage of the study guide. Every single part of the syllabus has been covered by some content within here, and so that again, if you are looking to add to your knowledge as a reference guide, this study guide has it. But there are some caveats that I have about the quality of this book, some major concerns. The first, let's start with the inaccuracies that exist within this book. If we were to turn, for example, to page 42, now you cannot see it on the screen, but I can see here on page 42 there is a balance sheet. And I can look up on the balance sheet items such as under assets, the word cash. This has a label stuck to it to say long-term debt. Now you do not need to be a qualified accountant to realise that cash is not long-term debt. It is plainly wrong. There are all sorts of other inaccuracies within that balance sheet. Over the page, on page 44, there are also some descriptions about different financial ratios. The ratio described as liquidity and also the definition for gearing are both incorrect. They do not provide critical information to help you understand what those measures will do. And so that provides a real difficulty and a challenge for you as a student. Also, if you were to turn into section 1.4 on award criteria, the author of that study guide has become distracted, and they've talked about all sorts of other things that might be considered during tendering rather than specific award criteria. If you work in the public sector, you'll read that section and realise that it is plainly out of step with the globally recognised award criteria that exist within public procurement. But that's not the biggest concern. My second negative point about this study guide is about its datedness. It was originally written in 2018 when the UK was part of the EU, and chapters 2 and 3 have a lot of discussion about the relationship between the UK and the EU. In particular, in chapter 2, it talks about import and export relationship between the UK and the EU, which has radically changed since Brexit. So currently, here in 2024, the date of this recording, the book is out of date, and it's going to get progressively more out of date across the years. Similarly, when it talks about public procurement, there's a lot of reference to the UK. You're not going to get tested on UK public procurement. But the CIPS study guide refers to the public contracts regulations in 2015. And here, in 2024, the date of this recording, we are just about to have the public procurement legislation changed in the UK. So from February 2025 going forward, the Procurement Act radically changes everything that's written about public procurement in the study guide. That means, in particular, Chapter 2 becomes out of date very quickly, unless CIPS is going to update its own study guide. My final concern about the L4M4 study guide from CIPS is about the fact it does not actually help you get ready for the exam. There is no mention of the exam. There are no examples of the questions. There's no practice questions for you to test yourself on, and there is no discussion about how to get ready or what to expect in the exam. So it's a study guide, but it does not help you for the exam. So how can we summarise? Because there is some good content, but there are also a great number of inaccuracies. Overall, I'm sorry, but as an experienced teacher in this area, I would not recommend that study guide to help you get through the exam. My overall score, 4 out of 10. So what can I say to you? If you want some more accurate and some specific advice on helping you through L4M4, the ethical and responsible sourcing, do please contact Cordie. Look up on our YouTube channel. It's free of charge. We've got a whole load of tools and available content. And we have a whole lot of comprehensive, detailed and accurate e-learning which we give free of charge to all of our learners. I hope you found this book review helpful, and I wish you the very best of luck with your exams. Thanks for watching.